Greetings everyone, good morning, welcome to the Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Game of the Year edition walkthrough 133. Now, I wonder, where shall I return to? There's a quest with Shani and Vladimir. That's the Heart of Stone, or I could switch to Blood and Wine. Or maybe I could reload the oldest one. I do not know where to go. Desmond Party. Something ends, something begins. That was yesterday. Disturbance, the suffering of young. Ugly Baby. November, I believe Disturbance and Suffering or Ugly Baby, no, that's another one. There is one that requires exploration. It's oh shit, what have I done? Doesn't matter. I will continue with the one within the crypt, that's with Vladimir. Or I could go and freely explore the region as well. When throwing a bomb or shooting for a ball. I don't know where to go, actually. No. Which? My mind wants something for house, and that's it. Nothing else matters. In the gameplay option, use these standard and alternative movement response times. I was thinking to start Blood and Wine expansion once again with a separate save. It is possible. Not. I already am on the Blood and Wine, to be honest. I could go to do the Blood and Wine, to be honest. I'm not at level, but I should be fine. Or I could completely change my... no, I'd rather not do. I wouldn't experiment too much now. Level 34. The quest for the Beast of Toussaint. Follow Milton to the place where the body was found. Inventory, character, meditation... Quen intensity, meditation. Alternative look for Siri. Gels, order. Intelligent, compose, and dominant charisma. Inventory, world map quest. Open Sesame. Go to Borsodi auction house and ask for the order. Yeah, but I don't have anything to repair my equipment at all. No, actually I have. But not for armor. So 13 maximum inventory. 35 stamina. 20 horse fever. I'm going to go back. I will go back to Toussaint. Yeah, I will go back to Toussaint. Von Everett Estate. It's one of my favorite estates in here, to be honest. Drake Hollow. There should be a marker now, but up forward. Use your Witcher senses to explore. I have to go back to 7 Inn. Was it the name? I'm not sure. There should be a post here. Or I made a mistake. Never mind, I'll just then proceed down there to check what is it.
Whoop.
Right, bro. The sheep. Hop. There are neckers here. These are, yeah. Well, what level are they? 34. My clan is so powerful.
Time
There's a monster. Why do I have anything?
There's surface here. Dig their way out.
Sun. Again.
How you like that silver?
Hack them up.
Necker's surface here. Dig their way out.
Ah, it's safe now, great. Splendid. There's a signpost. I wonder what it says. There's maybe another contract. Ah. Maybe there's a contract. My apprentice Volker has disappeared without a trace. I'm terribly worried about him, so whoever finds him brings him back shall receive a sizable sum of the Novigrad crowns. If you are interested, come to my hut on the outskirts of Oxenfurt. If you lose the way, ask passing peasants where the local herbalist, Otto Bamber, herbalist. Beware of the knights in the red plate. A plague descended on our land of late, an infestation more wild than of any vermin. Quick witty for mighty thirst. Contract apprentice gone missing. I was thinking to travel first to Sans to deal with the beast, and then.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Well, I have to look at it with my own eyes now. Wow. Wow, that's one of the iconic quests here where you are with Shani. you can go on the boat. It is actually a small lake. You can't even cross back here. I thought you can, but they do not allow you. The Brunvik village. It is incredibly beautiful to be here. These were added with the first expansion. You could not access it in the original game. These areas here were inaccessible. All these estates, I believe from here, always been added later on. The northeast was added. There's a huge lake over here, but inaccessible. The bridge. It's not a bridge. It is. You can cross it. You can bypass it with the boat. Even if you go on foot, you'll get the notifications that you're moving far away, so it won't allow you to go. It simply won't allow you to go for it. No. But now I could choose. I could either take the fast travel to resolve the problem with Beast of Toussaint, or stay here. Let's see, Brunvik. Yeah, all the way up to the south. Okay, let's go. Dulcinella Windmill. Yeah, the Dulcinella Windmill is the original place you come. And then Lady Dulcinea was a noble woman from Duchess Caroberta's court. According to the legend, whenever she appeared, knights would duel to the favor, and noblemen would faint out jealously. Yeah, after I discover the tracks on the show, it will lead me to tournament, and after tournament I need to take care of the vampire, and then I will have to speak with the Regis, fight him off, and then we'll finally meet with the Duchess. No, I will not meet. I will meet with her in a tournament, but in the castle that comes later. Yeah, I know the second expansion well. What comes later on, certainly. Develop the Axis sign to unlock access to additional dialogue. While underwater, you cannot fight or cast sign. Ah, can you look at that? The fog. That's... No, we have to go to Babel. Let me just check. Let's follow Milton. I need to repair my armor, but I could use something else. 163. 10%, 10, 30, 34, 29, 4, 25. Art intensity. I would not bother about it. Piercing armor. Piercing bolt. Maybe I could switch to piercing bolt. I should keep it. Yeah, I should keep it off. Doesn't matter. I'm not going to worry about the horse at all. I mean, horse stamina, horse level. Doesn't matter. So it is rare to see the current weather in Toussaint. Foggy, cloudy, unusual for Toussaint. Might be a bug. I'm not doubtful. I don't believe it's bug, to be honest. Cockatrice Sim. That's below the Cockatrice Sim is... These are the clues over there. Milton.
Here. They must have removed the body already. Let's look around. Make sure they didn't miss anything.
Now, speaking of my build, I need to help Gwen already and deal with... These are dangerous. They're
got guests.
One
Careful.
level and they hit hard, which means my shield is destroyed also after the one hit on. They explode. Oh.
Drawn here by the smell of blood. Let's keep looking.
Let's keep looking, right? Built on the
Such
canal.
good fortune you found us.
Such good fortune finds.
Hobnailed boots. Multiple
Multiple
sets
sets
of
of
prints.
prints. Ducal
Ducal
guard.
guard, clearly.
Ducal guard.
Let's see where they
Let's
went.
see where they went. Bolt with bait. Huh. Bolt with bait, wait. Bolt with bait. Broadhead bolt, split bolt, bolts, tracking bolt. I have tracking bolt and I need rise. Wait a minute, what does a tracking bolt do? Split bolt, I know. Broadhead bolt. Bludgeoning, yeah. Bolt with bait. Armor piercing. Armor piercing. Bludgeoning damage. Bludgeoning probably ignores armor. Maybe it does not ignore it fully, but it negates certain portion.
Walked along the shoreline.
Perhaps the body lay on the bank.
Anything taken by the current ends up in these shallows.
Yes, the stench is fierce.
Only blood-soaked scraps left of the victim's clothing. Good quality cloth.
A wealthy victim, correct?
Looks it.
Wealthy victim, correct? Wealthy victim, correct? This is the French. Wealthy
Dragged
victim.
some nets onto the bank, then cut them to untangle them.
Lots of blood, so
Lot of
close to being
blood,
cut
so the
off.
corpse must have been cut up. Quartered, maybe.
It's likely they loaded the body parts onto a boat and sailed off.
Use your wish, I gotta go underwater. I know the entire storyline, how it goes. I shouldn't be have any problem on that. Look. To sound the call, Guardsman Bloods. Yeah, I have to check all the clues on there. Linen. Handkerchief. Monogram D. L. Yeah, handkerchief. Gotta go back to
Chief. Monogrammed DLC.
DLC.
Notebook accessory,
Oh,
clearly.
accessory.
Be nice to know where they took the corpse.
Milton. We gotta go now to him speak about.
What now?
This isn't the site of the murder. We know that.
Kern
Kern
wrote
brought the
about
body
it
here.
here.
Corpse got caught in the nets. Guardsmen pulled it out, put it in a boat and took it somewhere. Need to find out where. I'd like to look at the corpse before it starts to decompose.
The inn. Its patrons must have seen the guardsmen, which direction they took. We should ask them.
That's Brookshire. Someone's watching us.
Seems we've got ourselves an audience.
You think this surprising? The locals will tell the children of children they do not have yet of the day a quartered corpse was pulled from the river.
Monogram.
One thing. Found a handkerchief in the water. Monogrammed DLC.
It's something divine, I
Mean
believe.
anything to you?
Delacroix?
Delacroix.
It cannot be. Was it he the beast slew?
Delacroix.
Seems so.
Long past. We were close friends once, but our paths diverged. He was a man of extremes, standing by his companions, no matter the...
Foes.
He did, but I do not see what that has to do with the beast. Ah, Geralt, you've struck a raw nerve. Memories of a time long past, to which I'd rather...
I understand. We can talk late.
I shall have to leave you soon. Return to court.
Barely got back to Toussaint.
A knight in the service of Her Illustrious Highness knows no rest. In fact, I'd feared I would return too late to fulfill my duty. Yet it seems I've arrived in the nick of time.
Such eloquent speech. Now look at the sun. These are the shank. Well, after we speak with Lynn, then I have to meet at the tournament rank, I believe.
Once you have finished examining the corpse, be sure to report to Anarietta.
Henrietta?
Her Grace, the Duchess. I forget myself sometimes. We address each other by our first names in private.
Never in
Pomred's presence.
Such familiarity.
Even such familiarity offensive. A watering hole for traders, smugglers, boatmen. But you will find no better crayfish chowder in all Toussaint.
Oh no, Toussaint.
Sensation in my ribs.
Such good fortune you found us.
Oh,
Such good fortune you found us.
Look at the view down there. The sunset. Incredible. Must admit they did. It never stops to surprise me, the landscape in general. Not everything, every single detail. It's remarkable.
Such good fortune. By my troth, could that be the musty scent of fresh pate?
By my
Naught
throat.
else, Sir de Peyrac Peyran.
Sir de Peyrac Peyran.
With your senses.
We would be honored if you would join us. Your
You will be
companions-
honored if you
Why do
could
I
join
not
us.
detect even a whiff of crayfish chowder?
No soup today, on account of there being no crayfish.
Miracle.
I've not heard, but all I caught was a corpse.
I walk all the crack of
Dawn,
dawn. As
I
each
do
day,
each day,
but look up.
But when I looked up, I beheld a blood-red sky.
This corpse is precisely why we're here. For the man whom you've invited to join you at the table was summoned from a far-off land by her gracious magnificence.
By her gracious magnificence.
Tracking and
Kill
killing the beast.
Her illustrious
We
highness
invited two men
and
to join
the
us.
gracious
Yet since Sir
magnificence.
de Peyrac Peyran in temperament is more akin to hare than hound, I surmise the other is the hunter. With whom do we have the pleasure?
Milton introduced him. Now, if I pick the second one, they'll probably comment how arrogant I am or rude. As in,
Like Milton said, I've come
No.
from the north.
Yes,
But
but
who
who
are
are
you?
you?
a knight?
Knight?
A
A mercenary?
mercenary?
A soldier?
Geralt is a witcher and master of his trade. He has questions for you about the beast's...
I was the one to find the corpse. The sun had just risen when I sat straight up in my bed.
Ask Geralt, please, or we shall be here till win.
Victim's body, sky was red then. 32.
Need to examine the body. Know where they took it?
They ferried it across.
They loaded it in the
on
cart.
the cart.
Corvo
and hauled
Bianco.
it to
Ah,
a
Corvo
cellar
Bianco,
at
that
Corvo
become
Bianco
my
to
home.
keep it cool, see?
What? Why, Corvo Bianco is Baron Russell's estate. When he learns they've turned his cellar into a morgue, he'll set his hounds on them.
While you were gallivanting about the north, his vineyard was auctioned off.
Who was that? Woman who
Brookside.
just left. Didn't see her before. Didn't notice her walk in either.
Doubtless Lillis, the innkeep's daughter. But hold, Geralt, because this is an outrage. Russell's vineyard was auctioned off? Inconceivable.
It is no secret. The
The
Baron
banger
had
the gambling
counterfeits
depths
up
of
to
his years. He
It
finally came to collect.
time to collect.
His creditors auctioned his
auctioned off
property.
his property.
The
The
Ducal
Ducal
Chancellery.
Chancellery bought it.
Chancellery bought it.
Russell now bunks with his brother in Vicofaro.
I told Russell he'd get his comeuppance. How long can one throw on past heroics? His creditors must finally have defined that his promises meant nothing.
Such are the times. Today's knights are pale shadows of the heroes of yore.
It's true what they say. God sent the beast to punish us for straying from the old paths.
Fuck. Just saying the beast divine punishment. I'll go examine the body. I'll be back. Actually, okay.
Thanks for the hospitality.
Time to examine the corpse.
Corvo Bianco lies a short way from here.
Just
Not
follow.
coming with?
Oh yeah, duties.
Oh yeah.
Some sort. Her Grace bestowed a
He'll
great
play as Rabbit.
even before
Hare.
we departed for Velen. I'm to play the hare during this journey.
A little tempted to ask a few questions, but it sounds like a long, complicated story.
Yeah, first we gotta deal with Brookside. It won't be easy fight time. But first meditate to restore potions. And the items, I will need all of it. But do I have vampire oil? I mean, yeah, vampire oil. I should have. To be honest. Crafting alchemy. Can I craft superior vampire oil? Inventory. Yeah, I have vampire oil. Yeah, there it is. 10% attack power with vampires. The hag venom does 10% to non-humans. It is. You got 20 uses without any points invested to
Not send a whip away
alchemy.
those running riot.
You can use it.
Geralt of Rivia, perchance.
Go to Corvio Bianco and examine the body kept in the cellar. Night Errant. After you do the quest here, you'll be able to. Oh wait, yeah, it'll become your home. It can become your home, right? And then, depending on the outcome and the choices you made in main game,
Sounds like a fight. Have to hurry.
someone will come to visit you in the after you finish the entire storyline. It's incredible how much damage a lesser vampire did.
In the cellar. Gotta be.
It's unbelievable how much damage. That's 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay, I have applied the oil. I need to be ready with the quench sign. And probably it's igni. Actually, vampires are weak to fire. Fire and, well, oil, that's for sure.
You.
So good thing. They're all the same. They use the same skin.
Why'd you kill these people? Clearly wasn't for their blood.
The hand. Oh.
We don't have to fight.
She will transform.
You are wrong.
It won't be easy fight.
I cannot let you leave.
They are probably the fastest enemies in the Bruxelles. They are incredibly fast. And they also parry a lot. Oh, look at that noise. Oh, it's even that black blood, I don't have it. Oh, look at that when she comes to rage. It's terrible. Must not allow her to chain attack me. Where is she? She's invincible, that's a problem. I could try. Aha. Oh, that scream. Oh. You made a mistake there. Oh. Invincibility, great. Can't see it. Oh, again screaming. What? There we go. Oops. That one just should not be.
Killed all these men to get to the body. What was she doing at the table, though?
Yeah, that was a special kind of bruxing. Special one indeed. Yeah. Examine the body.
Stinks.
Yeah, of course it stinks.
Waterlogged. Both hands empty.
Wonder. Examine this severed head.
Third hand. A spare. Except, how's this possible? Several monster species can regenerate. Never heard of that happening to their severed. Examine the tissue more closely later. Might learn something. Body was chopped up, blows struck with great force, but bones sliced through, not crushed. No bruxing. Laid in water for some.
Is that a proof?
Nilfgaardian Florens. If
We gotta go back to report to the end examination.
so, murderer was clearly a monster. But then why'd the Bruxa come here for the severed hand? And who did...
Questions.
Now, how
Who
shoved
showed
down
him
the
this
victim's
stuff?
throat? What's the significance? Why was he chopped up into pieces? Lots of questions, no answers so far. Need to...
Yeah, okay, now, romance quests. Find Pandering and ask to take to Duchette. Yeah, that's great. The quests you see here are narrated by Older Dandelion. Something rickers around the Corum Biancas, which drew near the state. Bell sounds reached in the rhymes of the body. Find Palmer in an characters. I was thinking to maybe it would be wise to keep active shield. Igni, Gwen, Yirden, magic trap. Destroys projectiles, passing. Damage increased by 50. Stamina regeneration 1 in combat. I would rather keep my magic, my signs on. Find Palmerin. Palmerin is up. Coro Bianco Vineyard and the house is close to tournament place. Very near. Yeah, you can see it's. They are fighting. I forgot the name.
Lady, I have a fierce wish to fight fiercely in your name and fiercely ask your permission to serve.
My permission thus I grant you,
My permission to
Hey ho, hey ho! Life is full of fun.
guide the boss.
Richtig!
Gory, good. Just look how realistic and lively all the feels. Incredible. Now you can see Palace.
Honor, and I dedicate this fight to you, my lady.
I accept your vow.
There's a great quest here.
I shall not grant you leave. It's out of the question.
Look how many people are around, like the kids. There's a guy, Baron Palmerin.
Need to speak to the Duchess urgently.
All right, you scamps. Story's done. Go find your parents.
But Sir Palmerin, what about the story of Ritchik and the dragon?
A tale's for another time. But take a good look at the man who stands before you now. This is Geralt of Rivia, the master witcher who lent his valiant hand to the defeat of the giant Goliath.
Master Richard, is it true virtue always trumps villainy?
Yeah.
But the Black Knight, he's a villain.
The cutter of Casteldacia too.
Moral victory. That's what counts.
Rubbish.
Now, that will do for questions. Go find your parents. Her Enlightened Highness has doubtless arrived at the
No,
training
it's
ground
Enlightened
to watch
Highness.
the battle in the arena. If we hurry, we'll be in time to speak with her before the spectacle begins.
Lead the way. Who's fighting? Nilfgaardian gladiators?
Close, but not quite. As you will soon see.
Someone's gonna fight a
Sure.
Shelmar with only some bells on its tail to confuse it, slow it down.
Whatever is the problem? The beast is a gift from the Emperor, no less.
Nothing.
Sure hope you know what you're doing.
Master Beast Tamers from Nilfgaard Serenas will ensure the Shelmar is dead.
Shelmars are damned dangerous. Even young ones need to be careful. Let's go.
I dedicate my imminent victory to fair Lady Vivian.
That's the night. Later on, there is a story around which will
It's begun.
the
The
fight
fight shall have to end first. We must wait.
Got a bad feeling about this.
Shelmars are almost impenetrable, but you have to. He's a fool. He has to continue because he's a thief. But now it will break out. Oh yeah.
Damn it.
Man, jumping in that armor is good.
Gotta keep it down. Here's us.
The beast heaved its foul girth. The it's knocked into earth. And down came the Witcher in one mighty pound to give life to the beast. Strength down!
Gotta lure him somehow to the hole. That's fine.
The fate of the beast has been weighed by the gods. Soon the witches have triumphed against all odds.
Oh.
Out! And thus the witch's life will snuff. All our hopes, alas,
Come on.
Like a bow who leaves and the house first spurt, so the witch who the silver that is power hark.
Look at that idiot over there. He's right on the... Move away! Goodbye. Great. Both are victorious.
The Selma lies defeated
Defeated by Geralt of Rivia, master of
the
victory.
witchery trade. Behold, as the last gasps of life seep from the beast.
Master Geralt!
The monster lies slain!
Guillaume.
The lad came damned close to dying.
I'm fine. Not hurt at all.
Smile as befits a hero.
Geralt, We must talk. Vivian.
You shall talk later.
Geralt, magnificent, breathtaking.
Your Grace.
We knew that to summon you was a brilliant idea.
We are
Delighted, ravished
Very.
to have struck upon it.
And I'm truly...
See to our young hero. Hop, hop. For we must make off with Geralt. We should talk.
Hop, hop.
We had been long awaiting your arrival. Had nearly lost hope. Then suddenly, that entrance, so...
Master Witcher. Master Witcher. Go.
Your Grace, my contract. I'd like to discuss it.
Naturally, but not here. We shall need Damien. He led the investigation pending your arrival. But wherever could he be?
The Damien.
Come, we must find him.
The way Geralt walks, it's a bit amusing.
Tell us, have you come alone? Or did Viscount Julian accompany you?
Wish to see Dandelion, Your Grace?
Yes.
Ah,
I mean, no.
no.
Yes. But solely to tell him we regret. Yes, deeply regret rescinding the death sentence we so justly handed down upon him. If we could turn back time, we would make certain he sat in a tower till he rotted.
Oh, that
No,
must
we
be
would ensure he was
something
broken on
related
the
to
wheel
the other
and drawn,
game.
hanged, and
No?
quartered.
I mean the prequel.
Ah, the very man we would entrust with these tasks. Damien de la Tour, captain of my personal guard.
Your Grace, Witcher.
Greetings.
The Duchy of Toussaint. Gonna need. Sorry, had to tell you, a Brooks son killed some guards.
I
Information.
examined the body of the beast's last victim.
Might be
I
fun.
found
Ah,
something
that's
to
Damien.
analyze it. A quiet place, that's what I could use most right now. And maybe the help of an alchemist or a mage. Also like to hear all you know about the previous victims. Take it Sir de la Tour is my man for that.
Firstly, call me Damien, please. Secondly, you should know I spoke against summoning you here. I've heard much about you. You bring trouble, or thus far have, always.
and we've enough trouble as it is. Yet we are capable of defeating the beast on our own, without an outsider's help. I've no doubt about it.
Damien, we settled the matter of the Witcher's employ some time past. Definitively. Since you have broached it nonetheless, let us discuss Geralt's pay. Are the legends true? Do Witchers usually demand that which you find at home, yet did not expect?
They want me to... That's odd. Are the legends true? Do witches usually demand what you can find at home yet did not expect?
Yes, Your Grace. The law of surprise. Time-honored.
We shall be content. The surprises we encounter on a daily basis would be of no value to what awaits at the palace are edicts to sign and put. Thus we've decided you shall receive the deed to a vineyard, Corvo Bianco, and a sum of coin. You'll doubtless consider this adequate. Title to the vineyard shall be given to you at once. Surely you'll need lodgings while you hunt. The coin, however, will be yours only once you have slain the beast.
Lovely, generous gesture, Your Grace.
But
Corvo Bianco.
Is it now? The Chancellery's bungled things again, we fear. Not to be left unsupervised. Yet, in its mood, a morgue should present minimal problems to a witcher. What's more, nothing enhances a wine's reputation better than a grim legend.
Thank you, Your Grace. I accept the contract, of course, but as I said before, I'll need some information. How'd it start?
Crespi was the first to die. He was famed once for his many glorious tournament victories. Then he grew old, hung up his sword, and took to winemaking.
Crespi was not loved by the wine merchants. He was ruthless in business and thought to cheat many a time. He asked us for a dispensation from all court ceremonies. We did not grant it. We could not. Once you've taken the oath of a knight, you remain a knight till death.
How'd he die? Where'd they find the body?
Quite unusual, the circumstance. He was at a feast when suddenly one of his fellow feastgoers noticed he was missing. The town watch found him an hour later, on his hands and knees, propped against the town pillory, his sword hanging from it. He had died of wounds inflicted with claws, not a weapon.
So he died suddenly, but the body was on its knees.
So it seemed.
Second murder.
In the city there are certain nooks. No one reasonable
Ramon
ventures there
Dulac.
after dark. Ramon Dulac's corpse was found in one such place. With the first murder, terror gripped the city. Its inhabitants grew wary, kept to safe areas.
Criminals fear the beast? Telling in a way.
Do you believe me an amateur? Not hands, but claws.
His body was found in a gutter, dressed in nightshirt and cap, a pillow placed under his head, and his sword replaced by a bed warmer. Ramon Dulac, a knight who but a dozen years past was an advisor to our father, the Duke.
Someone went to a lot of trouble to make him look ridiculous. Maybe revenge was the motive.
It's not out of the question.
Dulac
Dulac
has
had shady dealings with the criminal underworld, but no one ever came forth with concrete.
So, first two victims were knights, best years behind them.
The same could be said of the third. Sir Delacroix was wont to claim
Sir
that in
Delacroix
modern
was wont to
times,
claim in
knights
modern
face new
times.
challenges.
And
Enterprise,
Sir
the
Delacroix.
latest addition to the chivalric virtues.
He made a veritable fortune in the grain trade. Palmerin even nicknamed him Sir de la Stinchi.
Found a coin pouch on his body. Contained florins dating from various times, hailing from different provinces of the Empire.
Delacroix loved coin, true, but had no patience for numismatics.
Lots of similarities between the victims. All the bodies were found in strange places under extraordinary circumstances. Seems the murderer, whoever or whatever it is, has some meaning to convey.
These were honorable men.
Might be the point. From what you say,
All the murdered men were knights who swore
Knights of Toussaint swear fealty to Watford.
honor,
Wisdom, generosity,
valor,
valor.
and compassion.
Valor.
Beast seems to be pointing up moral decay, denouncing it. Victims were all humiliated. Might have been murdered to emphasize their lack of specific chivalric virtues.
Honor compromised by the pillory. Wisdom by ridicule. Generosity by a coin pouch shoved down a throat. It seems to fit true, though not perfectly.
Can't discount the theory if it's on the lips of everyone in town. Say our reasoning's right. Next murder will be just...
Let's think. At the moment, all the knights are...
Milton mentioned something. Hang on. Strange circumstance.
Could it be that simple?
Milton also knew Delacroix.
Damien! To miss something so obvious.
They were a team?
They were close friends, tightly knit, and as such earned the trust of our father, the Duke. We often witnessed him turn to them with delicate matters. Later, their paths diverged.
Unlikely to be a coincidence. Beast must know it too. Your Grace.
Rather problematic. You see, the garden entertainments are due to start, and he's disguised as the Hare, hiding somewhere waiting for some tipsy courtiers to find him. The Hare's hiding place is a carefully guarded secret.
We must call off the game at once.
First and foremost, we must remain calm. Damien, order the garden searched immediately, but discreetly. By no means can we disrupt the festivities. Panic will only incite the beast to strike sooner. And you, Witcher, follow me. My gardens, my night, I shall take the fall. A murder is out of the question. I will not allow it. Not near my palace. Horses? Ready our horses! Your Grace!
We need to ride now to Toussaint.
Your Grace seems right at home in the
Like
saddle.
the wind!
Hey,
Clear a path! Clear the way, I said!
Un'arietta.
It's here! Just round the corner!
hurry!
We must go to where the game is being held. The participants must find a unicorn's horn, a golden fish, and a phoenix egg. With these in hand, they can deduce where the Hare, Milton, hides.
Mean we need to find those things too.
With no other option. But time is of the essence, so we shall have to break.
We should have to break the rules. Oh.
On second thought, through here.
No?
I shall show you where the hunt plays out. Then we will split up. You will get hold of the unicorn horn and the golden fish. But I nab the phoenix egg. That will be quickest.
Golden fish. Do I need a rod or a net?
Please, Geralt. It's not a real fish. Look there, towards the water. See the lights? The hunters are trying to hook the fish from boats.
The unicorn.
It's terribly skittish, true, but I'm sure you will find it. Turns around, it's over there. The golden fish and the horn both contain things or clues that will help us find Milton. Once you have fish and horn, find me among the other Phoenix Egg hunters. All clear? Then let's get to it.
I won't go. I simply won't do it.
With no time to lose.
Fiorano, but you'd like a taste, perhaps? As an old village.
If one were to call a state courageous or cowardly,
Look at the vineyard, how realistic of. Look for the unicorn, right?
This is no true unicorn.
There's unicorn.
Perhaps an apple will work. Or some sweets.
We would not be in this predicament, dear sister, were you still a virgin.
Do you really wish to have this conversation again? Here and now?
hush, or you'll spook the beast. We shall try the sweets.
Hey folks, gonna have to ruin your fun. Sorry.
Who's that?
The Beast of Toussaint. Yeah, I need an item to lure the unicorn over, and such item is, I believe apple. What is it, apple?
Think unicorns.
No, not
rainbows, little girls, sweet maybe.
It is. It's not bread.
Cold games not likely to tempt a unicorn.
No, it's an apple basket. I should be apple basket. Retrieve. Let's see.
Cold games not likely to tempt a unicorn. Crispy apple. Should like that like any other damn horse.
Maybe it's an apple, I'm not sure. Let's check it now. No! Oh, come on.
Cold games not likely to tempt a unicorn.
I throw it away.
An apple. Yum yum.
Ah.
Easy. Gardens are huge. Be better off on horseback.
Hold the village of Polo of Valhaven.
Fight? Quit fighting here.
Dust upon Mount Fortune slopes by a sheep-rack.
Golden fish should be easy to spot once I'm under.
Did someone just dive in the water? Perhaps that's the way to do it.
Sure, if you're a pet.
It's not allowed.
It will not do.
I believe. Could it be? No. The golden fish. Ah, there it is.
Hey, wait. Stop. It's important.
King Cormorant, sire, accept this offering we bring. Prithee cast upon us your merciful eye and bear before us its secrets.
As the moon is heavenly coursed of trace, in my domain I await that moment of grace, when a soul of good or ill repute brings me a gift, fitting tribute.
A key.
Why, you bombard wretch!
He's ruined the gate!
This is an outrage.
Don't cry, dear. The Duchess will hear of this.
What's new, madam?
It's positively useless. She can't possibly see.
Thank you.
Faster.
But your grace,
No buts.
I wish only...
Master Witchers, here once.
If you please, your grace.
We do not please. We act out of the highest necessity. All shall be explained later.
But it's against the rules.
I am the rules. Geralt! At last.
Got a key and a clue.
And I've another. Show me yours. Who wrote this drivel? I begin like a groan, hollowed out with ease, then end like a mouse with a head of hard cheese.
I begin like a grown, hollowed out at ease, and then like a mouse with a hard cheese. In a cave, in a palace pantry, in a greenhouse.
Let's see. Grown. With ease gives us green, right? And mouse with a head of hard cheese. Greenhouse.
You're a genius. Several greenhouses in the gardens, indeed, but only one locks, the key to which looks just like the one we found.
Greenhouse it is then. Let's go. Wait here.
Wait a minute. What is? Oh, he shot her away. Huh. Cannot believe it. There is a beast inside. Yeah, but we I believe are too late. He already took the victim. I'm afraid he did. Milton is dead now. I love the character. He was amusing and professional and chivalric and loyal. I shall miss his accent. Delacroix. That's Deadleaf. He is deadly indeed. Deadleaf is a deadly foe indeed. I'm sorry. There are 3 bosses so far. First is Bruxa, then Shelmar, and Deathleaf Part 1, all in the short period of time. No, 4. There's a giant. The first fragment, the first introduction quests of Blood and Wine expansions are very intense. They actually get intense.
I'm here.
I'm here. There's a higher vampire. Not the elder vampire.
This belonged to you, maybe?
Huh.
It's dead, but you may keep it. I've a new one.
Milton.
I do not know you. I've done you no harm. Yet first you butchered a Bruxa who was dear to me. Now you pursue me. Why?
You've killed 4 innocent people, at least.
And you? How many innocents have you cut
He's right.
down?
Plenty. Even more of the guilty, though. You're next.
I think not. You see, I've something to do still.
More murders?
One.
Just one.
Yeah.
Not counting yours.
It will be a difficult fight. Same level as him, I believe, but he's a vampire. He's for the
Kill again.
I should apply my insectoid. Why did I keep saying insectoid? Vampire. Cursed oil, necrophage oil. I do not have insectoid oil yet. Elementia. I don't have black blood. Or I do. Oh no, it's a cat. White honey. Well, grape shards will prove useful. Quen is a must-have. Oh, it's already done. Well, it doesn't do such huge damage, at least. I should have. I didn't. I don't. Oh my god! I don't have a healing potion. I don't have a healing potion at all. Why does it seems here that does not work on yeah. Oh my god, one more mistake. Ah, the fire, you don't love fire. I got you now. Oh, we are now equal. Almost. Predictable attacks, to be honest. Our actually doesn't probably work. No, it doesn't. At least it can. I'm not sure. if you don't need to train and fight to get this involved. Oh yeah, that was several last strikes. Excellent. But now he uses his invisibility. I believe Regis saved my life right here. He could finish me easily. He could have finished me easily.
You are to stay where you are. Regenerate.
I know you're in trouble. I can help.
I'll help myself.
No, he's my friend.
Boo. But his wounds will regenerate so fast. He's gone. For now. Such an intense start. I had to meet with Regis afterwards.
Yes, Geralt, it's me.
Unbelievable.
Regis? You alright?
Yeah, of course.
All's in order.
On such a
We're
stupid
such as
person.
these heal on vampires in moments. But we've not seen one another in ages, my friend. At least in human terms, that is.
How's this even possible? Last I saw you...
I was a bubbling, shapeless smear, having been rather spectacularly melted into a column of a certain castle. In somewhat better shape now, as you can see.
Their facial expressions, you can see how he's amazed and happy to see him.
What happened? It was my fault.
That these are the events of Witcher 2.
No need, Geralt. Bygones.
They
I do not have to join on that
faced
expedition.
one, if not the most powerful mage ever, Wigglesworth or something. He vaporized him. How do you regenerate?
Miraculous regeneration. How do you manage it?
I had help from the one you hunt.
Him? How? And what have you been doing all these years?
Not the time nor place for such stories. I suspect we'll get a chance to speak at ease and at length later. Now, however, we must deal with the reason that brought us both here.
Killer I'm hunting.
Local serial killer seems to obey you. Maybe you could...
Why do you think I've come? It shall not be easy, as Dettlaff can be rather stubborn. Though you must certainly recall that neither do I surrender readily.
So that's his name. He's your friend?
You might call it that. Though Dettlaff is... how would you humans put it? More bestial than I am.
Bestial.
But not to worry. I'm working on him.
Haven't exactly done a great job with that. He's killed one knight since I got here. At least
for good reason, I'm sure. Understand, Dettlaff is not some decadent shit who kills for sport, or to assuage a dryness of throat or a dullness of mood.
Dullness of mood, sport, or dryness of throat. Don't give up. What good reasons could be? How can you say it?
everyone's got their reasons, but he's crossed a line. Want him to stop. Don't give a damn why he's doing it.
Perhaps you should. Motivations change the contours of all situations. A thief who steals to feed his family versus one who steals out of greed. Would you not treat them differently?
Mean to suggest Dettlaff's killing out of some worthy
He's
dire
right.
need?
And
I merely suggest he's not a bloodthirsty monster who murders. Despite appearances to the contrary, you two are quite alike. You've both noble heart. Remember the year 964?
That was 3 centuries.
Blind fear gripped Rivia, Lyria, and Spala. Women and children were dying.
Brute of Lyria. Read about it. Chewed up almost 200, then fell to a common poacher supposedly armed with a dagger blessed by some prophet.
It fell to Dettlaff, who then found a poacher asleep in the brush near his snares and dropped the fiend's corpse at his feet. And thus, a legend was born.
Vampires rarely help you.
You err. He slew it for one reason alone. The monster killed a lad who once in the street had offered Dettlaff an apple, expecting nothing in return.
Terribly noble of him.
You do not have a monopoly on altruism, my friend. Vilgefortz melted my body. Dettlaff found what was left. As per our codex, he had a choice. To leave me where I was, or to care for me and nurture my remains. He chose the latter. Regenerated me at no small expense in his own blood. Do you know what that means to a vampire?
Probably same thing it means to a human.
Much more than that.
The act itself made us...
Always had an overdeveloped sense of that.
Each vampire has a unique talent. One they... In point of fact, he prefers the company of lesser vampires and shuns that of humans. If he walks among you, killing egregiously...
Gotta find him before...
Well, we share a cause then.
Not entirely. I mean, when
I know you've a contract on his head. Yet your true task is to stop the beast killing, not necessarily to kill the beast.
All in all, sure.
Let us find him. By the time we do, I hope I'll have convinced you Dettlaff is no monster.
Fine. All right already.
Hear that?
The posse. Knights must have...
I prefer they not find me here.
I'll make sure for the
Merellas cemetery. We'll meet there.
See.
Oh shit, I forgot how to spell. It is a French name. I do not know how to spell it. Merellashloflaflaflo. I cannot recall that.
Witcher.
We flew here as fast as our horses could carry us. Yet I fear we're too late to do the same. Pray, where is the beast?
Where is the beast?
Still investigating. About...
We must let the witcher. Milton's murder must be... Milton. Yeah. Meet Regis at near La Chaise-Longue cemetery. Dettlaff von der Eretten. Okay, now what? Trousers and boots. Do I have any better alternative? Toussaint Ducal Guardsman boots, light armor 14. Yeah, maybe to take these then. And these are heavy armor. I don't want heavy armor, it will slow me down. And the impact. Plus, no. 36. The branch can unlock only later on when I execute certain quests. It will allow me. Right now I could even completely change the setup, but I'd rather not. Meet Regis at Le King's Cemetery. There is Ducal Caramelengo, Palace Gardens, and there's Bouclier. They are here. Palace Bouclier. Bouclier Palace. Enormous and accumulated. Okay, it's time to make a mini break. Pause. I will be back soon. Later on, it is an afternoon, early afternoon where I live. So I will be back quickly. Thank you for watching. Stay safe.